Didn't we get a warrant?
Yeah, we literally haven't seen you in almost 2 years.
I think so good.
Will you spell your name for us?
We should have invited that other lady. How are we?
How important is this season for you guys?
I mean, yeah, it's important. I think we take every season as important as the next. Like, obviously, it's very different for this media day to my first one 7 years ago with the team, and obviously a lot's gone on and changed. So after last year and obviously falling short in after a regular season that we had is obviously disappointing, and I think you can learn a lot from it. You can point fingers at a few different things, but there's no point really wasting our time of things that are uncontrollable. Obviously, I think this year we're deeper. I think we've got the chance, whether that's rest or minutes or whatever it is, to get guys. I think I was just saying next door, like the biggest thing, regular season's great, but you don't get anything for winning the regular season. You want to win in the playoffs. So whatever we have to do to finish as high as we can in the playoffs for whatever positioning that looks like, but then to be healthy in the playoffs and obviously push that and take that as far as we can go. So yeah, I mean, it's important, as like I said, every season is, but obviously after last year I think we've got a little bit to prove as well.
Speaking of health, do you kind of point to that as the reason you guys fell short? Like,
I mean, I'm not going to nitpick on like little things of like, yeah, like if we had Michael Jordan, it'd be great too. There's so you know what I mean. There's so many little things that you can. If we had this, or we didn't have this, or this happened, or this didn't happen, like. Maybe if I dropped Miller earlier and I got to shoot around earlier one day, I could have got 3 extra shots up, and then I would have made 1 more in the game. Like, it just, I don't know. I mean, having 2 guys, 2 starters, 2 very important pieces, not healthy, isn't ideal. But that's also the sport we play. Like, you deal with. That's why you have a deep team. That's why you have other guys. That's why we have 17 players or something. I don't know how many we got. Whatever. That's why you have the roster we have. So ideally, we want to all play 82 games and then play till whatever the latest possible date is this coming year. But the injuries is a part of what we do as well.
With that in mind, I mean, obviously delivering a healthy roster to the postseason is the most important thing. Do you anticipate that maybe there might be more care taken in managing your guys' minutes this season, especially because you got another quick turnaround?
Yeah. I'm not in those meetings, obviously. I think we would be smart to. I think obviously that's coach and the health team and whoever. I don't even know who really makes those decisions, but whoever that is that sits in that room. I was joking with someone the other day about it. Like, if you, I don't know, like say it's 2 minutes less a game over 82 games. I'm not going to do the maths on that because I'm not very smart, but that could be a full game or a couple games that you're actually resting in the scheme of what it looks like. So if we can, it would be great. Obviously, if you're in a close game, there's no way coach is going to pull guys out and all that just for rest. So we'll figure it out along the way. Obviously, a part of being healthy and rest is on ourselves too. Sleep-wise, what you're doing away from your diet, like there's a million things you can, getting treatment, getting prehab, rehab, like everything is a part of that. It's on the players as well. So yeah, it's a collective effort, and if we want to keep talking about wanting to win a championship and doing this, we've got to do everything possible from personally and then from obviously the team's point of view to do that.
With going into your final year of your contract, your kids are school age, you've got a bronze medal now. Do you just look at your career from 30,000 feet and just kind of, you've accomplished a lot in your life that you wanted to, or how do you look at where you are in your professional life?
I definitely off court, I think, in terms of my family. I never imagined Renee would actually go on the first date she did with me, so that was pretty cool. But then to have 3 kids and be what we've what we've gone through with Jacob and his situation, and now my daughter, with the twins, they're in kindergarten age, and so, lots going on, and a lot of that's been here. So obviously this place is pretty special, and I still see, I feel like I've got a lot left in me. I just said next door, not like a monkey off the back, but winning that medal with Australia was something that I've put a lot of time and effort and off seasons into for 12 years that, and I would have kept doing it, and I'm still going to keep doing it. But just that, I guess relief is a half decent word for it, but that feeling of finally accomplishing that was something I didn't know would feel like that, to be honest. Like, I thought winning a medal for our country would be amazing, and being the first team to do it. But I remember sitting in the locker room post-game with Paddy, and just we started in 2007 to try and do this thing, and there've been a lot of long off seasons and tiring days and all that to do it. But I did feel some kind of relief or happiness, whatever it was, all combined into one. So kind of being able to not push that to the side, because I'm still going to be involved in that, but being able to put that a little bit to the side now, and obviously this year too, really lock in on this season and do something that obviously we believe our team can do. It's exciting. Sorry for the long answer, but
so the medal doesn't feel like an ending. It kind of feels like an opening for more stuff in your basketball career?
I actually listened to a podcast yesterday with our coach, who's Brian Gorgon. He looks like he's 150 the way he moves, but he was our coach in Beijing 2007, and he went back to Wollongong, where he coaches in the NBL now, and everyone was asking him the same thing, you've been in lockdown, are you fatigued? And it's almost the opposite. It's energizing. It is. It's exciting. It's you want to do more from it. You want to, obviously for me, the Boomers now for however many months is pushed to the side, and with next off season having nothing, I can obviously fully put into this season, as you normally every year you say, I'm not going to talk about the Boomers, I'm not going to, but you still get texts and you have to organise your travel, and there's still things that go on throughout the year, and for the next obviously year or so I'm not going to have one part of that except looking at my medal every now and then. So it's not, I feel really energised about it. It's almost like you get a bit of success and you want more and more of it, and I think that's what a lot of us were feeling after that Boomers experience.
Can you take us through the experience of winning the game and getting the medal, and also is it true that you nicked the game ball in the aftermath?
Who told you that?
I have sources.
I did steal the game ball. Obviously I think the first thing is that USA game being up 15, and Kevin Durant being Kevin Durant, which was disappointing at the time, but he is who he is. And the hardest part, I remember sitting in the locker room post USA, and Gorge, our coach, came in and was one of the best post-game speeches I've ever listened to in my life. And it was up to a couple of days after that, we were 0-11 in those fourth place games, and I remember sitting with Paddy the next day and just we're not doing this again. I think it was 3 tournaments in a row we'd finished fourth. We're not doing it again, and without being arrogant or anything, I just knew we weren't going to lose that game. Obviously Luca and his team were going to be a hell of a team up to play against to do that and to win the medal, but there was just no way we were going to lose it. I think it got back to 3 or something. I haven't watched the game back yet, but I think it got back to 3 in the third quarter or something like that, and it was the same thing of this is happening again, and thanks to Paddy a little bit of having the highest scoring game I think in a medal game ever. We're able to achieve it. So just again that relief and it was fun. I mean, the post game for the week after that was extremely fun as well. And then you get home and realise I was on dad duty for the next 6 weeks until this started. So It was cool to be able to share it with Renee and the kids for obviously the amount of time and stuff they've given up for me to leave the Jazz and go to the off season and go all around the world just to try and win this medal and share it with them, and then spend some time obviously with them, and then obviously get back into this. So it's been a little bit busy, but very kind of rewarding, I guess, for the work that we as a country and team has put in for 12 years.
Renee has been pretty open on her social media about how hard it's been the last 2 years not being able to see family.
Yeah.
What's that been like for you? I mean, we've heard what she said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get on and do videos on my Instagram very often. I repost all the Renee's, but it's been tough. I don't really voice my thoughts on stuff like that too often, but it's just to have 1-year-old nieces you've never met, to have a 10-month-old son that's never met family. This is obviously the longest we've never been home in my life. For Renee, and I guess from her point of view, I don't know how many of you are that close to your families or not, but she is like, mum and dad FaceTime every day, brother FaceTimes every day. Like it's pretty special, really. And to see that, and to see her like tears on the phone because she can't go, like we know we can't go home. It's especially obviously now as well. With what's going on there with lockdown, and we're in Melbourne, which is the worst place to probably live right now in terms of COVID. So it's been really tough, obviously, to try and, especially when she's over here because of me. So you obviously try and help as much as you can, and we've done everything. We've been denied 3 times to go home. So a part of that is obviously out of our control, which she understands. She doesn't sit there and like blame me every night that it's my fault, but I mean, it hurts. It's hard to see her upset, and to hear even the kids are 5, the twins are 5 now, for them to talk about not seeing their grandparents and to not see their cousins and stuff like that. Like it's pretty hard to hear that stuff. So you try and like make it as fun as you can over here, and we took a little trip, and Jacob had been asking to go to the beach for months and months, so we went to San Diego and took him to the beach, and he constantly asks to go keep going to the beach, which is hard, but I mean, it's been hard, and obviously as you guys know, they're going to be number 1 in terms of my priorities forever. So yeah, it's hard. I'll do everything I can to try and get them home at some point this year if it's possible. If not, hopefully by the off season, and we'll try and get some family over here or something. But I mean, granted, everyone's been through a rough couple of years. Adding that part of not being able to go home isn't ideal. So it's been tough, but I mean, flip side, we're also very lucky in my point of view in terms of what we're able to do and what I can provide for my family and stuff like that. So we know there's a lot of other people struggling a lot worse than what we are. So it's been a shitty couple of years for everyone, I think.
What do you make of the new additions to the team? Rudy, Hassan, Jared, Eric?
I actually got someone asked me after the USA game what I thought about them, and I was like,
That is a different world.
don't even really remember who's on our team right now. But no, I mean, it's exciting. I think they all bring something different. Like I said, I think we're deeper. Again, you obviously pay credit to the guys that have been here before and last year that helped us have a regular season that we did last year, and obviously I'll miss Georgie. But it is what it is. That's part of the business and what we go through. So I'll get him to buy me dinner in Philly or whatever when we go there. But no, it's an exciting team. I think our guys, the guys that are back, are excited to be back. You have some new fresh faces which bring that kind of excitement to the team, and obviously I think bits and pieces of what Ryan's doing as well with the facility and stuff like that. Like it's exciting. There's a lot going on. So I think we're almost at the point where it's like, let's just get going and start to figure it out on court, because we can do this and take beautiful photos out there, but we have to win basketball games at the end of the day, and that's the goal and that's the focus. So we'll obviously head off today and get that started and hopefully kind of gel as quick as possible with the guys we've had and incorporating some new guys and figure it out as soon as we can and get going.
We've seen a lot in recent days that there's been some pushback from players on the vaccination status and concerns about them even being able to show up to training camp or play in games.
Yeah.
You come here and we're told that across the board everyone's 100% vaccinated. What's that like heading into the season knowing all on the same page?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I guess it puts an ease to a few things. It's still not, like the world is still not ideal, obviously, with everything. And I'm sure I don't know what any of the protocols are. I really have been, obviously, switched off from it for that little while with the Boomers. But in terms of protocol, I'm sure there's still going to be things we have to do and testing and whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to know that the guys we're with are as protected, obviously, as we can be. I'm sure we're still going to be masked up at points and, like I said, testing and all that. And even to more extent, obviously, for me with kids and stuff, to know that I can come and do my job. And if someone didn't want to get vaccinated, that's their own choice. I'm not going to judge them or anything like that. But yeah, just to be able to go home to the kids and know that I've been in more or less as safe environment as I can be. We still, even Renee and the kids, even though the things kind of ease up every month or something different changes, it's been, you still try and be as safe as possible, obviously with a 10-month-old and even with the twins and with Jacob and stuff. So yeah, it's nice to, I guess, a little bit of kind of stress that you don't have to worry about, knowing that we're 100% vaccinated. And hopefully, I don't know if it changes our rules or anything. I'm sure it does some kind of way, but hopefully it.
You're in here.
Yeah, I get to see you guys, which is like all I've wanted to do for 2 years. So, yeah.
What gives you encouragement that this coming season can be a better one than the last season?
I mean, I think the passion, the drive from the guys is one of the most important things. Like, if guys don't want to be here or don't want to play basketball, it's hard to win games, especially in this league and how competitive it is. I think all the guys that are coming back from last year realise the opportunities we had, and obviously we didn't play the best. And again, with those like nitpicking of whatever it could be, you add some fresh faces, some new guys. It's exciting. I haven't seen Coach today, but I've seen him a bit throughout this last few weeks, and just the excitement and like everybody getting fresh and knowing what we achieved last year and obviously wanting to now emulate that again and like I said, be healthier and going into the playoffs and do what we believe we can do in the postseason, not just obviously in the regular season. So I think it's kind of time as well for not enough talking about it. You have to talk about it. You guys are going to make us talk about basketball, but we have to put what we say and all of that into action now. Like, if we're talking about winning, like, let's go and do it. Like, there's enough, have enough meetings throughout the year and we talk to each other enough throughout the year. Like, let's go and do it. Like, we've got a great opportunity, and why not us?